Hey, Lady Danny here, and I just wanted to remind you, if you're out foraging at this time of year, to please make sure that you're doing proper identification. Recently, I went out and I found a lot of white flowers, but some are good, some not so much. For example, one of the things I'm seeing quite a bit of is this, Atratina altissima, or white snake root. Now, most people want to stay away from this plant because if you don't know how to use it correctly, you can end up. After all, this is the plant that killed Abe Lincoln's mother, Nancy. You see, white snake root, when it's eaten by cows, is stored in milk, and the constituent tramadol is a nasty toxin. Those that then consume any milk products from a tainted cow then come down with milk sickness, which can be fatal. Tramadol can cause vomiting, abdominal pains, and it can get really bad if you've been exercising after having it. The stems are thick, round, and woody, and they're covered in hair. The leaves are more heart-shaped and are attached to a tiny stem called a petiole, and the blossom is a cluster of many petals. Now, that's not to say that this plant is all bad, but you do need some expertise in how to use it. As I always say, the difference between medicine and poison is the dosage. In this case, you're never going to use the flowers, and you'll only be using the leaves if you're trying to burn them and revive somebody, kind of in the same way smelling salts work. The part of this plant that has been used is the root. A decoction or tea of this has been made and used for things like urinary tract infections, gravel, which is an old way of saying kidney stones, prolapse uterus, and in some cases, venereal disease, where it was thought that this root tea would actually separate the disease from the blood. And a poultice of white snake root has been used for, well, the clue's in the name, snake bite. So even if you appreciate these odd blooms and want to take them home, appreciate them in situ, because this plant is too poisonous to be around children or dogs. It's pretty deadly.